A couple of years ago, I decided to make a few positive changes in my life, and one of those was to get more physically fit, and I've lost about 20 pounds, and I run all the time. Today was the first time I've ran a 5K race. Called this Marin Color Dash, and there was like 1,500 people running in this thing, and what they do is they throw colorful stuff on you throughout the race, and you get covered with it. I guess it's cornstarch is what it is. And I was really completely proud of myself that I ran the entire race with hills up and down in 33 minutes. Running in an official 5K race was a goal I wanted to achieve before I reached the age of 50, and I did it because I don't turn 50 until May. Next goal I'm going for is a 10K run. But now I think I should probably change out of these clothes and shoot the rest of this mere minutes. I got a lot to talk about, hold tight. Well, now I feel a lot better. I took a shower and I cleaned it was a lot of colored dye on me from that cornstarch. It was the blue that was really difficult to get out. In fact, I couldn't get it all off. By the way, are any of you Raider fans? Been watching the Raiders? Last two games, they've been killing it. So hey, are they the Cinderella team of the year? Then there's the 49ers. I didn't have a mere minutes last week because I was in Kansas City at a woodworking show, and a bunch of YouTubers got together and we bought a booth for the show, and that was the highlight of the entire show. It was so incredibly awesome to meet all of you who came out and to meet all of the other YouTubers. And I got to have lunch with Steve Carmichael. It was so cool. The two of us went out to a barbecue place. Everybody says you got to try Kansas City barbecue, and wow, it was so good. And he actually bought my lunch, so thank you again, Steve. Speaking of Kansas City, everybody I met who lives there was awesome. They were the friendliest people ever. I'm still trying to decide what the difference is between Kansas City, Kansas and Kansas City, Missouri. The Uber driver told me that most of the city is really in Missouri. And of course, the Mega Me-Mo Meetup on Saturday night was completely awesome. It was the venue was perfect. It was, you know, half indoor, and there's an outdoor area there so we could go back and forth. The weather was beautiful, and so many people brought things to donate for the raffle with Steve Carmichael and Jimmy DiResta and Sterling Davis, and I can't even remember who all brought stuff to donate. It was so cool to have that raffle, and we raised, let me get the total here, $1,221 for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. That was amazing. I want to thank all of you who donated your time and helped me out with setting this up and working the raffle. It was really cool. And since I was gone last week, I haven't really had a chance to talk to you about Maker's Care. Thank you all who have been getting involved and building planes, making planes out of anything, and submitting them to makerscare.org. Every time you submit a plane, it helps raise money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And there's some incredible planes on there. People are getting so creative. There was planes made out of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. There was, I think, some cookie planes. And of course, there's paper planes and cardboard planes, and the list goes on and on. Go check out the gallery over there if you haven't seen it yet. I think there's like 4 or 5 pages now that you can look through. And while you're looking at the gallery, try to use the slideshow way to do it, because that way you can read the little stories that people are posting along with their planes and a little background, and I find that was really interesting. And you have until the end of October to make a plane out of anything you want. And I want to thank all of you who have been making your direct donations to the Make-A-Wish Foundation over on the Makers Care team page. Check these out. I got these from Ken, also known as Geppetto. Remember Geppetto from Pinocchio, the toy maker? But these are made on a laser cutter, these planes. Look at the detail he put in on these things. Can you see that? Woodworking for Mere Mortals on there. He's got the Make-A-Wish logo on there. On the top, he sent me 3 of these. Those 2, and then this one here is a little bit different. That's cool. Stuff like that, to see what you can do on a laser cutter that precise and so much detail is really neat. And he sent me this awesome bottle opener. See, you open the bottle here, and it's got 2 rare earth magnets down there, so it catches the lid right there. That's a really cool idea. And another thank you to Mike Minto of Broken Path Woodworking. He makes knives. This is a marking knife. You know, instead of using a pencil, so you can get a more accurate cut, and man, that thing is sharp. Nice thing is he included this little cork there, so I don't cut myself. And He made an awl. The handle is African blackwood. It's just beautiful, and I'll use that a lot because I use an awl all the time. So be sure to check out Broken Path Woodworking on YouTube. Oh, and check this out. This is from Mike Fulton over at MF Wood Shop. Remember, you probably remember his sticker there at one time before it got all covered up. But he made this for me, the YouTube play button. That is really cool. So I'm gonna hang it up here with more stickers that I've got. Oh, and speaking of stickers, this is from the Bearded Woodsmith. Bearded Woodsmith, he says, is gonna be starting making videos pretty soon, but he made this, it's like sealing wax. So it's not really a sticker, it's a thick thing with mounting tape on the back. So I'm gonna try that. But one of the most amazing gifts anyone ever gave me was this. This is from Greg Brown, and it's a bedpan guitar. I mean, it's just beautiful, and it's signed by a bunch of people. I think they were from a show. Greg, what show was that from? I forgot. You told me what it was, and I forgot. And there were so many people there. It's an electric, so it's got pickups right here. So he told me to give this to Wyatt. So when Wyatt gets back from college, he's going to be back next weekend, so we could go see The Martian together. And I'll have him play this, and I'll shoot some video of it. That would be really cool. I'm really curious what it sounds like. Thank you again, Greg. I don't know what to say. Okay, let me talk briefly about the last couple of projects. First, there was the Raffle tumbler, which we used at the Mega Me-Mo Meetup, and it was so awesome, and it worked perfectly. And of course, what do you think is the most common question and comment I got on that is why isn't there a handle on it? I actually planned on putting a handle on it, but once I had it all together, it just seemed to spin so easily. I thought, what, do I really need a handle? And plus I was kind of running out of time on that project. But the handle, it would go slow, you know, unless you geared it up faster. But I think it's more fun to spin it, you know, like. Then there was this project I posted yesterday. My entry to this year's Rustic Autumn project. Well, at the last I checked, I was over 260 some dislikes on that video, making it the most disliked video I think I've ever made, at least in such a short period of time. I've got a couple of really old videos that have accumulated that many dislikes over time, but this one, just like that. So I'm not sure what that tells me. I guess the best thing is that people are engaging the video. As long as they're responding, as long as people are watching, I think that's a good thing. You know, it was either that or just don't post the video. And I thought it would be fun to post the video. And I thought, well, if the project kind of sucks, maybe I could make the video sort of entertaining. The most common comment I got is, why didn't I just soak those strips of wood? And I actually did that. I have this old gutter, you know, that goes on your house, and we got it years ago for this. It's like a pine wood derby, except it's with boats, when my son was in the Cub Scouts, and so I've had it for years. So I filled it up with water, and I put some strips in there, and I actually let them sit overnight, and they bent really well. But then I just thought, I don't know if that's going to relate, if people are going to really want to do that, because I really want, usually when I make a project, I want them to be as simple as possible, that people want to build those projects. But they did bend easily. And then another thing is I wasn't sure how to glue them together, but I guess that some people said there are wood glues that work when the wood is wet. I'm not sure. So yeah, I guess that would be the way to do it, obviously, or steam bending, but I don't have any kind of a steam bender. I guess I could make one of those things. But I've bent wood, just dry wood before, and it works. I think it was that kind of wood. I was using redwood on that project. The best wood to use is oak. Oak works really good, except it's more expensive. This is one of those things that I had explained all of this in the video, but I cut it out because the video was getting too long. So yeah, if you haven't seen yesterday's video, check out my most disliked video ever. It has more dislikes to it than videos that I do that are just pure sponsored videos, which typically those get a lot of dislikes, but this one was more disliked than a sponsored video. So that actually gives me kind of encouragement that people don't dislike sponsored videos as much as you might think. Oh, and zombies. Zombie videos. those are disliked a lot. I think if I make the Halloween video this year, I think I'm gonna post it on Mere Minutes, this channel, because you guys are all kind of like family to me, and I think it'd be a more receptive audience. DOS, Dad's Old Saw. The Vitruvian Workshop. Mark Christopher from Woodmark. Springsteen Woodworking. Hey, this one was from Art Booth. Jason Roush from Roush Woodworks. Beetle Percussion. I met Braxton at WIA and all I got was this lousy sticker. Most of all, I just want to thank all of you who came out to the show last week and came out to the Mega Me-Mo Meetup, and that was just so cool to meet all of you and to get a chance to talk to you. Really, it's important to me because I spend so much time just talking to the lens of a camera. I don't really see a lot of people. If I think about anything that I've forgotten, I'll mention it in next week's video. Thanks for watching, everybody.